don't see me, but I'm there. Like the warmth inside cold air. I walk beside your silent days, in coffee lines, in alleyways. You hum a song I used to play, not knowing I still hear you say all the words we left unsaid, still live inside my head. We never made the world believe, but I never asked you to leave. I'm your light in the rain, the one you don't explain. I flicker in your memory, like thunder echoes pain. I never needed center stage, I stay just past the frame. But every time you fall again, I'm your light in the rain. You passed the bench we carved one night, fingers tracing phantom light. You smile like it's just the breeze, but I feel it in degrees. Though we've both gone separate ways, some love just always stays. You said we were a phase gone fast, but some ghosts were made to last. I'm your light in the rain, not loud but not in vain. I burn aside the moments you never tried to name. No one else will ever see, but your heart still carries me when all the world feels strange. I'm your light in the rain. I never needed open skies, just the hush behind your eyes. I'm your light in the rain, still there through every stain. When you feel the dark too near, just know I still remain. Though we said goodbye too soon, you still dance beneath my moon, in shadows soft and plain. I'm your light in the rain. I never left, just became your light in the rain. You're gone, but not completely. You live where silence meets me. I still see your shadow there on the chair you used to share. The window holds your favorite view, but it doesn't shine the same without you. I breathe in time, but every beat feels like a version incomplete. You may be out of reach and sound, but your love still pulls me fix what broke in me. You just let me finally see this is the light you left, still guiding faithfully. Even in the quiet end, you became my only wind. This is the light you left in the corners of my soul. You're the song beneath the silence, the peace that makes me whole. You may be just a whisper now, but you're louder than regret. This is the light you left, and I'm not done with it yet. Still walking the light you left. Still walking the light you left. Still walking the light you Still walking by the light you left. You looked at me and said, let's go. No maps, no plans, just so. We left the city lights behind, took back roads just to lose the time. The radio played songs we knew, but we sang them like they were new. The sky was pink, the air was wide, and all we had was side by side. Not running from, not running to, just chasing truth with me and you. This is somewhere we begin, where love's not boxed or built within, where we forget the lines they drew and write a world for just us two. We don't need a promised land, just your voice and your hand. Out here where stars have always been, this is somewhere we begin. You pulled the car to watch the sky, said this is how real feels to try. We didn't speak for quite a while, but the silence wore your smile. The moment stretched like open space, and peace had finally found its place. We didn't know just what we'd find, but we weren't leaving love behind. This is somewhere we begin, where time is soft and wind is kin, where we forget what should or must and build a home on quiet trust. We don't need a perfect plan, just each mile and where we stand. No past to lose, no prize to win, just somewhere we begin. Some say love is rooted deep, but ours was born where roads can sleep. This is somewhere we begin, with worn out shoes and breathing skin. We don't chase the world applause, just live inside our honest flaws. We don't need to settle in, just to love and let it spin. No end inside, just wide open wind. This is somewhere we begin. Somewhere we begin. Somewhere we begin. You left the room, but not my sleep. You're the silence I still keep. I see your face in mirror haze, in crowded streets, in empty days. You're not a ghost, you're not a flame, but something I can't quite rename. A whisper wrapped in velvet tone that lingers even when I'm alone. I don't reach, I don't reply, but still you pass through every sky. You're the dream that won't let go, like perfume in a winter coat. I try to turn the page, but find your shadow still beneath my mind. You're not here, but somehow near in every song I used to know. You're the dream that won't let go. You weren't a storm, just quiet rain, soft and slow, but left a stain. I don't cry, not anymore, but tears still pull behind the door. The way you laughed, the way you paused, still echo in this nightly cause. Not a fire, not a cry, just a loop I play through time. You're the dream that won't let go, the one I never chose to show. Still walking through my midnight hall, still breathing through these silver walls. I forget It started with a quiet breath, somewhere between fear and rest. I moved through towns without a name, sat at windows counting rain, kept my keys on silent chains, and wore my hope like watered stains. I watched the lovers pass me by with second glances, stage replies, but none of them could read the lines that I had written in my spine. I said I'm fine, I said I'm free, but I was just pretending me. Then your voice found me in a song, the kind that knew where I belonged. And all the roads led to you, every wrong turn, every bruise, every moment I believed love was something I must lose. All the silence I once feared faded when your heart drew near, and now the path feels clear and true. 'Cause all the roads led to you. I used to trace old photographs to feel something that didn't pass, but your touch made time unfold like stories I was never told. We didn't rush, we didn't plead, you just showed up when I most needed. Not like lightning, loud and fast, but like a dawn designed to last. I'd lost my voice, you let it grow, said you don't have to shine a glow. Now when I close my eyes at night, you're there, the constant softest light. And all the roads led to you, through every doubt I walked through the years I built my walls and feared what love could do. You didn't climb, you didn't break, you just waited wide awake. Now I know what's deep and true. All the roads led to you. Maybe I had to lose my way to know what it means to stay. I memorized too many lies that told me love was just disguise, but you rewrote the final scene with tenderness I'd never seen. You made my silence sound like grace, you kissed the ache I couldn't face. Now every version of my past is just a route that couldn't last, until I saw the truth. You are a love both distant and not far. And all the roads led to you, not perfect but so beautifully true. Every lesson, every fall now feels like they were meant to call your name in echoes, winds and skies, through broken hopes and quiet tries. Now I know why I pulled through. not the fireworks or grand displays. It's in the way you stay. You pour the coffee first for me, even when I'm still asleep. You hum that song I always skip, but now it makes me bite my lip. You fold the towels the way I hate, but I never ask you to change, because it's you, exactly you, that makes this ordinary new. No need for big romantic lines. You speak in daily, steady signs. It's in the way you stay through Mondays that feel gray. When I don't speak, when I pull back, you still hold the quiet slack. It's in the way you choose, even when there's more to lose. No dramatic fight or chase, just presence I can't replace. That's how I know you're mine, in the way you stay every time. You roll your eyes when I run late, but still you wait, no ounce of hate. You let me cry with no demands. You simply reach for both my hands. We don't explode, we simmer slow, like final spins we've come to know. You never try to write my lines, you just let my silence shine. You read me like an open field. No need to fight, no need to shield. It's in the way you stay when the world feels far away. When I doubt myself, fall apart, you never try to restart. You just let the moment pass, like waves that smooth the glass. Not a hero, not a saint, but in your love there's no restraint. And that's how I feel safe, in the way you stay. We never vowed in front of crowds, but your eyes made louder sounds. I once believed that love must burn, must twist and break for us to learn. But now I see the gentlest light can carry hearts through darkest nights. And when the noise begins to fade, you're still the echo I replayed. It's in the way you stay without needing words to say. You prove it in the quiet acts, the smallest truths, the softest facts. You're not perfect, I'm not whole, but with you I'm fully known. Not fireworks or grand cliche, but something real that doesn't sway. And that's why I still pray you'll always stay. sky was round, that love would find its way back down. We met beneath the library light, wrote poems on the backs of flyers. You spoke in riddles, I replied, with laughter hiding teenage fires. Then life, as always, pulled the strings. Different cities, different wings. I saved your letters in a drawer. You were the dream I still adored. And though we walked through separate days, I kept your echo in my gaze. Now here we are, full circle sky, older hearts but open eyes. The road was long, the years were wide, but still I feel you by my side. You never promised, never tied, but love like this just won't subside. It bends, it breaks, it slips, it tries, but always finds a full circle sky. I heard you married, left, came home. I carved my life in stone alone, but every name I ever said felt like a pause inside my head. Till fate, or maybe just the moon, brought us back in this old tune. You smiled like you had never left, and all my doubts took their last breath. We're not the ones we used to be, but some truths don't need memory. Now here we are, full circle sky, not as brave but twice as wise. We don't need answers for the past, just moments we can make last. You never promised, never lied, but love like this still swells inside. It's not perfect, but it's why we still believe in full circle sky. Some people are a single line, but you've been my entire rhyme. You make the tea the way I hate, but now it tastes like something fade. I still forget you changed your pace, but you just smile and there's no race. We hold hands like it's the start, but our hearts know every part. We lost and lived, we bled and grew, but I still find my way to you. Now here we are, full circle sky, writing chapters we won't deny. Let the world turn, let it run. We've only just begun. You're not a wish, you're not a try, you're my answer, always why. And now I know we can't outfly this love beneath a full circle sky. Full circle. You and you and I. We found each other in the rush of cities, and lost ourselves in the hush of midnight lights. You wore that old jacket of mine. We walked the streets where we first claimed time. I noticed how the street lamp caught your hair, and how your laughter broke the silent air. We stopped at the coffee cart on 6. You asked me if I still believed in myth. I smiled because my answer lived in your eyes. Without a word I said yes, no disguise. We both had scars from nights we couldn't face, but together found the courage to stay in place. We hold echoes in our hands, whispers of every promise we made. From tangled nights to quiet dawns, we've watched the shadows fade. No map could draw the path we chose, no compass guided where love grows. Still we stand, still we rise, with echoes in our hands, and you in my life. Remember when the phone didn't ring, and I counted every hour like a fragile thing. You showed up with your guitar in hand, played that tune we wrote in a faraway land. We spoke of futures with no guarantee, but built our hopes on simple honesty. You said you loved me when the rain came down, and I believed you when you didn't make a sound. We traded fears like trading cards at dusk, found treasures in the way we simply trust. We hold echoes in our hands, every I love you and every careful plan. In moments small, your thumb brushed mine. In that touch I felt the line between who I was and who I've become. With you I know the song's not done. Still we climb, still we fly, with echoes in our hands, and you by my side. Maybe time will fold our pages gray, but these words and these days will never fade away. Late evening at home, the world outside calm. You brewed the tea, I held your palm. We didn't speak in bursts and shouts, just held the air where love lives out. You leaned your head against my shoulder. I felt older then yet bolder, because sometimes love means staying still and letting silence say what words never will. We may walk through storms, we may bend and sway, but in your arms I found a steady place to stay. We hold echoes in our hands, not just memories but living strands of all we've lost and all we've won. Under each and every sun, the road ahead may twist and win, but I'll be there when you're by my side. Still we stand, still we shine, with echoes in our hands, you ever mine. We hold echoes in our hands. We hold echoes, and you're my the quiet that follows midnight's call. We find the space where shadows fall. The night was tired when we arrived. Street lamps flickered like they'd been deprived. Your coat hung loose across your frame. I found you there, though you never came. We crossed the bridge where river bends and spoke of how our story ends. But neither of us said a word because the truth was still unheard. We walked through corridors of might have beens, holding on to hope with unseen strings. It's midnight after hours, and you're the spark that lights the dark when the world falls apart. You're every whisper I've ever saved, every chance I thought I'd never have. When the lights go down and the city sleeps, your hand finds mine in the unknown deep. It's midnight after hours, and we begin a love that takes us out of the spin. You told me once you'd lost your way, that love had let you drift away. But here you are on this rooftop high, with the wind that carries our lullaby. We trace the skyline, sketched our names in constellations no one claims. Your breath against the cooling air said more than what we dared to share. In every moment I kept you near, in solitude where you disappear. It's midnight after hours, and you're the spark that lights the dark when the world falls apart. You're every step I took alone. Now you're the place I call my home. When the night grows old and the stars are faint, your voice becomes the colors I paint. It's midnight after hours, and we arrive in a dream where we're Maybe we were always meant to roam, till we found the place that felt like home. In the hush between tomorrow's sigh, we wrote our truth beneath the sky. No flash of neon, no grand display, just something steady in the fade of day. You press your head upon my chest, and I believe this was no test. Though time can blind and distance steal, our hearts remember what is real. So if the dawn should steal your light, I'll keep you where the shadows hide. It's midnight after hours, and you're the spark that lights the dark when the world falls apart. You're every hope I held Your spring and my December. I'm autumn and you're July. We orbit like forgotten moons, meeting once in scattered Junes. Your city breathes in foreign light. Mine sleeps early, hides from night. We call it love, but speak in codes built on flights and distant roads. You leave a scarf, I leave a song to prove we both still belong. It's not forever, it's not goodbye. It's just a softer kind of why. We are seasons come and gone, a little right, a little wrong. You're the breeze that breaks my heat, I'm the chill that slows your feet. We don't bloom at the same time, but our roots still intertwine. And every time we're pulled undone, we become the seasons, seasons we become.
You trace my name on fogged up glass. I count the days we let slip past. You send a photo, I reply with words I edit then deny.
We speak in poems, not in prose, because the truth cuts too close. Your voice, a postcard in my chest that says I'm trying with my best. We never planned a perfect day, but still we love in our own way.
We are seasons come and gone, a little fire, a little dawn.
You melt the ice I build in fear, I color your gray skies clear.
We don't meet where lovers do, but I still write each verse for you.
And every time we're close, then run, we become the seasons, seasons we become. You in winter coats, me in summer storms, but somehow still warm. Maybe one day we align, where clocks stop trying to define,
I'll find you not just in the air.
but right beside me in the chair.
Till then we time our every call to rise and fall, to rise and fall.
We are seasons come and gone, not always right, but never gone. You're the echo I wait to hear, I'm the silence that brings you near. No, we don't fit like storybooks, but look at all the time it took, and still we choose to come undone, to be the seasons, seasons we come. Seasons we become. There was a tree that stood beside the shore. When we first met, its leaves were green in store. We promised summer wouldn't leave our side. Back then we thought time would always abide. You and I, we wandered down the boulevard, listened to our laughter under street lamp stars. We carved our names on bark so young and bold, wasn't afraid of stories left untold. Not knowing how to hold the night. Years rolled in like clouds across the sky, and we learned what it means to fight and sigh. But oh, when we were evergreen, bright as a morning after everything, we held the sky inside our turned gold. Our roots grew deeper than we'd ever known, and I'll keep you in that evergreen green, the way we were when love was a dream. Autumn came, you left for distant lands. I kept the bench we shared, traced your hands. Winter nights awaited by the window pane, hoping that your voice would call me again. You returned when spring first touched the ground. We embraced though we were badly wound. We laughed at all the time we lost and gained, and how the leaves still whispered your name. We learned that love's not just a perfect scene, it's holding on behind the in-between. But oh, when we were evergreen, strong in our roots, though our limbs had been, we stood through storms, stood through the pain, but held the green. Once again, your eyes still gleaming, my memories light. Your voice still says what the wind writes, and I'll keep you in that evergreen green, the way we were before the change. If the tree ever falls and the leaves all fade, I'll plant a new seed in the shade, because you and I are more than time. We're the green inside the climb. Now we sit beneath those years gone by, watching new leaves whisper under that same sky. We don't always say the right things, but we never let go in the wrong ways. You left once in mid-July, slammed the door, didn't say goodbye. I stared at walls that knew your name and asked them why we always play this game. You came back with flowers in your hand. In silence neither of us planned, but I took your coat, made the tea, because leaving never really meant set free. We've broken things we couldn't fix, but somehow love still coexists. This is where we end up, after storms, after doubts, with our bruises and our pride, still figuring it out. Not a fairy tale or fate, just a choice we recreate. We're the story that won't stop. This is where we end up. You sleep on your side, I sleep cold, but your hand finds mine when dreams unfold. You still forget what I can't stand, and I still hide what I don't understand. We fight in tones the neighbors know, but we laugh in ways that never show. And when the night feels far too wide, you always pull me back inside. We're not perfect, not even close, but you're still the one I need the most. This is where we end up, not at the start, but something real. In the cracks and crooked lines, we found a love we feel. No applause, no grand reveal, just the way you never let me heal alone. This is where we end up, and somehow I've always known. Maybe love's not a race, but the way we slow and still embrace. Maybe love's not about who's right, but who stays for the longest night. If one day we forget this song, let the rhythm still pull us along. Let your eyes remind me why we've never truly said goodbye. Even in the breaking parts, you still knew where to find my heart. This is where we end up, in the quiet, after the tears. You're still the place I run after all these years. And if the world should fall apart, you still be my favorite start. Not a dream, not a prop, whispered what tomorrow made. You found me in the neon glow when I was hiding. All I know, the music played too loud, the nights too bright. I lost the map beneath the city lights. You asked if I believed in fate. I said I did, but left it up to wait. Then you held my hand in the summer rain and promised you'd stay through the unknown pain. And in the quiet after the noise, I heard your voice say, let me be your choice. I will stay with you until the light comes home. Across every fear we knew, I'll never roam alone. When the darkness pulls its spell and hope seems small and old, I will stay with you until the light comes home. We danced through seasons shifting fast, held on to moments made to last. You laughed at all my broken lines and wiped away the tears I tried to hide. We built our shelter with fragile words made of maybe and don't know turn sure. When the world told us to give it up, we lit our flames and raised them up. Because love isn't simply what we feel, it's what we do when wounds won't heal. I will stay with you until the light comes home. Through the nights we couldn't move, I'll carry us alone. When the days look stained in gray and truth seems far and cold, I will stay with you until the light comes home. Maybe we'll bend, maybe we'll break, but I'll be here for whatever takes. From the first spark to the final dawn, I'll follow until the road is gone. Now the streetlights fade at our door, we don't need to chase them anymore. You sit and hum our favorite song, and I don't rush the right or wrong. We've grown through all the mighty have-beens and found the magic in the in-between. So hold my hand and I'll hold yours. We'll watch the light return once more. I will stay with you until the light comes home. In a world that's torn and loud, I'll be a silent ground. When the stars forget their names and the night is deep and long, I will stay with you until the light comes home. Yes, I will stay with you until the light comes home. Until the light comes home. Come home. In the hush before the dawn, places we belong. You walked in like a promise unseen, a face in the crowd, a half-heard dream. I carried baggage made of doubt, you carried hope I couldn't shout. We sat in cafes when the world was loud, you whispered truths beneath the cloud. And I realized with every breath you were the map I missed in my quest. Time stretched long across our fears, but you stayed patient through the years. When daylight finds us after all the night, when the stars give way to the open light, we'll stand together hand in hand, not lost, not wandering in no man's land. You were the reason I survived the strain. When daylight finds us, we'll remain. The seasons changed as they always do. We lost our way, then found what's true. You held my tears when I held my ground. You let me rise when I feared the sound. We spoke of forever with no guarantee, but wrote our letters in sincerity. And when your train left at the platform door, I whispered, come back like before. And though the miles stretched between our hearts, you kept the flame when mine fell apart. When daylight finds us after every storm, when the silence ends and our hearts are warm, we'll walk together, no footprints alone, in the place where our names are known. You were the anchor when I lost my way. When daylight finds us, we won't sway. Maybe love is not the big display, but staying true when the skies turn gray. Maybe home is in the simplest phrase, I'll wait for you. In untold ways, I still remember your hand in mine. At sunrise through our borrowed time, your laugh, your glance, your gentle word still echo like wings that I heard. Now we're old and not untouched by rain, but love's still running in our vein. So when the light spreads across our room, know I found home, and it's you. When daylight finds us, beyond the night, beyond the shadows, beyond the fight, we'll shine together bright and true, in the place where our hearts renew. You are the reason I learned to stay. When daylight finds us, here we'll stay. When daylight finds us. When daylight finds us. We didn't break, we just became two hearts waiting I saw you standing by the station gate, same old smile, a little late. Your hair was shorter, eyes more wise, but you still looked at me the same inside. 10 years, maybe more or less, we both moved on or just suppressed. There were lovers, tears and stars, but none could read the script we wrote in hearts. They say timing makes or breaks the fate, but sometimes love just has to wait. The years between us didn't fade the fire, just made the one a little higher. Every wrong road, every space still led me back to your embrace. We weren't wrong, we just weren't then, but now I choose you all again, because the truth that never leaves lived in the years between. You asked if I still play that song. I said not much, but I still hum along. You poured the wine like nothing changed, but in your voice the past remained. You said you thought of me each spring, like I was part of everything. And I confessed I kept your shirt, though it smelled like dust and hurt. We weren't brave enough to stay, but we never truly walked away. The years between us didn't know the sound of every heartbeat underground. All the silence we pretended was just a voice we never ended. Now here we are, no need to run, no excuses left to shun. The time we lost is now redeemed by the years between. Sometimes love isn't loud or proud, it waits, it bends, it learns to bow. We don't need a second start, because we never left each other's heart. And if the future feels unsure, we'll build it slow, we'll make it pure. This time we're not afraid to feel, because we've known what isn't real. The years between us didn't steal the spark, they just taught us how to love in the dark. No regrets, no looking back, we found our way across the cracks. I loved you then, I love you more now. We're not knocking on closed doors, we are the truth beneath the dream, born in the years between. The years between.